Good morning. Hello, everybody. This is Wednesday morning where we record the race meeting for Thursday at Turffontein. We're on the stand side track at Turffontein Racecourse. The weather has been glorious so far up until now. The rain stopped sometime last week, and the last few days have been glorious sunny weather here in Johannesburg. 8 races on the card. Bipod starts with race number 1, and you're reminded, of course, about our blue voucher opportunity too. Those of you who are interested to top up your account, well, there's the Betway scan code that you can open your Betway account. We've got our WhatsApp number that we've shared with you on numerous occasions, and there's the blue voucher option to top up. Let's get straight into the action and have a look at the market for race 1, where the favourite at 3-1 is number 10, Blazing Beauty for Tony Peter, who had a double on Tuesday. 4 Bilingual for St. John Gray, 7-2, and 4-1 about Paul Matchett's horse, Act On Show. Daryl Marie is with us again. Good to have Daryl and talk about the Thursday turf meeting. Anything encouraging about this meeting that we can get some?
Well, my pick 6 is very cheap and affordable.
Oh, wonderful.
96 Rand.
Wonderful.
Claude, 2 kilograms, right? 2
Yes.
kilograms turnaround in Romeo Magic's favor. Turned around 13 lengths on paper. How does that all work? Can you give me an explanation?
No, it's a mystery. There's so many mysteries in racing. Sometimes there's things in life you just can't really explain or justify. So
anyway, we move on. We tried our best.
Sure.
Opening leg of the bipod, I've gone the safe route. Gone all of numbers 3, 4, 9, and 10. Now, Clyde, you said the current favorite is number 10.
Blazing, yes.
Didn't show much on debut. Wasn't supported in the market. Yes, a lot of scope for improvement. Who finished ahead of her in that race was Bilingual.
Yeah.
Now, I know Bilingual's well exposed, but she did finish ahead of her and beat her by 5 odd lengths. Bilingual's going to get it right one of these days.
How dead is that form line?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, that's the depth of this field.
Yeah.
Then you got number 4 over here. Number 3, Clyde. Winter Miracle.
Yes.
Now, she's fairly likely race, only having her fourth start, and she's having her peak run now. She finished alongside Bilingual last month and probably will have slightly more scope for improvement than Bilingual. But I like the way Tom Lukele is riding. You know, Tom Nkume, his last winner was aboard Thunderbird for Diane Stinger. And then the other one I've put in is held on paper, but this filly was only making her debut, Act On Snow. Now, if you watch that race, she moved in slightly with about 400 to go and then just emptied out. So I think she's also can improve on what she showed on debut.
Right.
So yes, I'll be happy to survive.
Tricky first leg of the bipod, Daryl, as you've heard. There are a few in here. In this 4 Racing Welcomes You Work Riders maiden plate, that's the bipod. This is a maiden class field, and they race them over 1,600 metres. The market's got, at the moment, the source 4 Golden Asia, Alexia, beg your pardon, is favourite at 7-2. Number 3, Peep de Oro is the next one at 7-2. They joints 4 Dylan's Champs priced up 4-1, and you can get 5-1 and better about the others. Open your Betway account. Please use your phone just to scan over there and get that account active and open. And, of course, our WhatsApp number for you to join us and join the Weighted to Win family. Blue vouchers an opportunity for you too in order to top up your betting account. Does look like one of those tricky races again, the second race. There are quite a few in here, I think, that have got chances. Daryl, your view?
With regards to the first timer, number 13, Immediate Edge, will need the experience.
Okay.
Clyde, interesting. You got the filly of year, number 14, Golden Alexia. Take note, on debut, right?
Yes.
She finished a neck behind a filly called Gregarious.
Yes.
Now, Gregarious beats Dylan's Champ. Excuse me, Clyde. Dylan's Champ and what's it? Count? What's it?
Count Hooktu.
Count?
Hookku. Count Haku.
Okay.
Count Haku.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So,
but the form's worked out well, isn't it? So Dylan's Champ does appear to have some sort of claim too, wouldn't it?
yeah, it's got a claim. I'm worried about the draws for Dylan's Champ and Count Utiku.
Yes, Count.
If you watch that replay, Clyde, that horse would have caught your eye. Of that, there's absolutely no doubt. Number 11, Count Huntiku. He was closing in hand over first towards the latter stages. I'm just disappointed that he cracked a bad draw this time round. Once again, I don't know how they're going to play it from that tricky draw. They're going to give him a chance or try push forward. I'm unsure. But on a line through Gregarious, the filly comes into this race, number 14, Golden Alexia, because that was over 1,000 meters. Now, Clyde, she steps up in trip, and you know a damn one over 1,800 meters. So she's going to love the extra, and she gets that 6 allowance. I backed up with number 3, Piba de Oro, who let the sign down last time out. I expected him to come back from a rest and get it right, but he was never in contention, or he never fired whatsoever. What's interesting is they're stepping him up in trip. He now goes a mile, Clyde. He cracks a decent draw. He's going to strip much fitter, and the blinkers come off and the earmuffs go on. So there's a few equipment changes to assist him in returning back to better form. I had a look at the dam side. Now the dam, the second dam won over 1,800, and his half brother won over a mile. So his sire, we know, won the Met, 2,000 meters. I think this is going to be his game, and I'm going to be leaning towards number 3 as improving on his latest start.
Okay, so Daryl, as you know, is leaning towards Golden Alexia. With Piba de Oro, the danger. There's the place accumulator. I see Strikers riding this horse, Dylan's Champ, for the first time. I don't think he's ridden it before.
Yes.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh, he did. He rode it to that Ruxlet. That's right. He did ride it, so he knows it. Okay, so 3 and 14 in the first leg. Welcome back, everybody. Let's move on to our next event on the card now. We talk about the third race, and this is an open handicap, and it's for 3-year-olds, so make a note of that. It's run over 1,600 meters. There are a few of them in here already. The 7 horses out. Samantha Delchin, an impressive winner, is not running, and well, there's a few left. On Target was an impressive winner during the course of the week. No one's not sure. Well, probably won't run on Thursday either, so that may come down with adjustment in the market. We'll see how that all plays out. What does that mean in terms of this race? Well, 2 12 o'clock high at the moment before the On Target story is 15 to 10. Then you've got One Don't Cry For Me, who's priced up at 7 to 2, and Bus Stop in Hounslow, who's priced up at 7 to 2. And then On Target's currently at 4 to 1, but that's obviously subject to what takes place on Thursday afternoon. Blue Voucher, there's a reminder for you, for those of you who are watching, is how to get involved. You just go to your convenience stores, get them. It's easy. Contact them, search them on their site, and the relationship, I'm sure, will be a very healthy one. All right, Daryl, so for you, On Target, not going to run.
No, I can't see him lining up. Clyde? Small but very competitive. Some nice horses in here. Going to win their races. Number 1, Don't Cry For Me. I was happy with his 2 comeback efforts. We fancied him on Betway Summer Cup Day. Things got tight for him on that inside running rail. He was too far behind turning for home. He didn't come out well on that occasion. Then last time out at the Vaal, I expected him to feature because of the excuses he found in his penultimate start, and he went down to the start dripping with sweat. So that was a major concern for me. I'm willing to excuse him for that effort, and the fact that he's come down a further pound, I think he's very competitive off a 94. Striker knows him. He booted him to victory in his second starts. Now 12 o'clock high, lovely improving Red Ray, son of Red Ray. Going about things lovely, progressing beautifully, having his peak run, stepping up to a mile. Let's see how he goes. I don't know if he's going to quite get it his own way up front, because he's got hat-trick or treat to contend with as the likely pace setter. And then Bus Stop in Hounslow. Obviously, Striker has to ride for his sponsors, and he can't do 57, but I would have liked to get his opinion on which one he would have preferred to ride at their current masses. But nevertheless, this horse is also improving, and I think Ryan will suit him because he likes to be given a chance and ridden cold, and that will then assist him in seeing out the extra, because he does go a mile now. So I've played safe once again, Clyde. Like I said, small but very competitive. If I was leaning towards one, it would probably be number 1, Don't Cry For Me.
Okay, well, they're all in the pick 6, 1, 2, and 3. As Daryl alluded to earlier, the pick 6, not a big cost. It's a 96 Rand per, and in most cases, they seem to be 2-horse races. Hi guys, welcome back. We're on to race number 4 now, and this is a maiden class field. They race them over 1,600 meters. At this point in time, when we're doing the show on Wednesday morning, there are 9 of them that are going to be going to the gate, and the race is due to run at about 2:15. Update on the market this early Wednesday morning. Number 7, Jabera, top of the boards at 12-10. One Cherry on Baby is 18-10. It does appear to be those two as indicated in your pick 6, a 2-horse race, or preference for one of them.
Preference for the 1 over the 7. Yes, I do believe it's a 2-horse race. I think both these fillies in time to come will win their races. Now, Cherry on Baby, Clyde on debut. She came out slow and was beaten for speed. Then Mr. De Kock put her straight into a mile. At that stage, she wasn't strong enough. So he rested her. She came back over 1160, far too short for her. 1400, I thought that was a much improved effort because Warning Signs a very nice filly in the making. In that race, behind her was Gimme's Passion, who came out and franked that form. Now she steps up to a mile. We all remember her, damn Clyde, she won the Oaks. So the further, the better for this daughter of Denon Platina. I love her
And how
chances.
well is that stable at the moment?
Yes, absolutely firing.
He's flying, Michael de Kock.
Then you got
Absolutely flying.
Gerbera, number 7, who's the obvious danger. However, she does come with a few issues. It looks like she fails to muster any early speed. She does have a few issues at the pens, but if she behaves herself and gets into a neat position, she will challenge for top honors of year. No doubt Mr. Terry will have a line. He trains Warning Signs, so he'll understand that Gerber is in receipt of a kilogram. He'll know more or less. One thing I can say is that Hong Kong form line is working out strong. And her dam stayed all day. Barberton Daisy, I think she won over 1.5 miles.
Yeah.
Or 2,400. So she's another one that will appreciate the step up in trip. She was meant to run a few weeks ago. The meeting was rained out at the Val.
Yeah.
But
and Mark de Kock, and also was it Roaming Spirit?
Yes. Yeah.
He had that in there as well, so you can have an idea with Cherry on Baby. I would imagine is superior.
Yeah, we can go around in circles of I've got a preference for the 1.
So it's a match race, eh? I mean, we're not going to leave either out. I mean, we've got to put both in.
We playing safe once
again. You've got to put both in, okay. Although preference from Daryl's perspective is Cherry on Baby. 1 and 7 by 1 and 5, by 5 and 8, by 3 and 9 is how we hope the jackpot will end up. Race 5, let's get on to this handicap now. It's over 1,600 meters. There are 8 of them that are going to the gate. It's going to be a very interesting race and very exciting racing going on here at Turffontein today, I must say. Nice horses running. Well, what a Betway got in the market on Wednesday morning for the Thursday meet. They've got the horse trading at 15-20. Number 1, Destiny of Fire for Mike de Kock, and Gavin Lorena will be riding that. The 2, Princess Ilara, is at 3-1. 2, Mocha Maroon is trading at 6-1, and you can get 14-1 and better about the balance. All things being equal, one would imagine that Destiny of Fire is going to be the right horse in the race. Last time out, there was a lot of support for her, Daryl, on that occasion, and just didn't seem to...
Yeah, she buried us, eh? She buried us, Clyde.
Any reason, do you think, from that particular run that she could show further improvement? I mean, why would she not have won on that occasion?
I'll tell you something. If you recall that day, the first race was won by Striker on a filly called Green Sapphire. He booked himself off for the rest of the meeting. He wasn't happy with the conditions of the track.
Right.
So did Serena Mudley, who was meant to ride this filly, and so did Marco van Rensburg. And maybe, just maybe, she wasn't suited to the underfoot conditions. It's not going to come up heavy on Thursday at Turffontein. And what's also interesting is they've taken the blinkers off her. So all I can say, Clyde, if she reproduces her penultimate start off an 83, she'll romp.
Yeah.
But in saying that, she did disappoint last time out.
So you're saying there might be excuses because of the track and the going and all that sort of stuff.
Yes.
Having a look at her run, she was given, I must say, every opportunity to win. She was perfectly placed. She was staying on.
Yes.
And perhaps
the pace is going to be on, which is going to suit her. Black Lightning likes to go forward. Carnelo likes to go forward.
Yeah.
It will be honest. I have backed her up because she's a filly carrying top weight, but I believe she's better than her rating. But I backed her up because she disappointed in her last start with number 5, Gamer. Now, yes, he took quite some time to exit the maiden ranks, but his 2 efforts post-maiden haven't been bad.
You think it was too far for Gamer last time?
I thought it was too far.
Yeah.
Back to a mile, neatly drawn. I can tell you something. This is a very competitive mark for him. 68. So if the favourite does fluff her lines, I expect Gamer to hopefully pick up the pieces for us.
All right. But we're not expecting Destiny of Fire to flip.
No, we're
us
not.
tonight, right? So, okay, 1 and 5. For those of you that perhaps have lost trust in her, you may want to go field. 1 and 5, by 5 and 8, by 3 and 9, by 2 and 3. Race 6, let's get on to this handicap now. We're going, well, it's the mile again, and there are 9 of them that are going to the gate in this particular event. Let's take a look at the early Wednesday morning market as to how this all is appearing to pan out. And it does appear that Confederate is going to be a hard horse to beat. It's even money favourite for the Fabian Habib stable. They've been ticking over very nicely the Habib yard. Gavin Larena, as you know, is riding at the top of his game. 3 Wafif, 9-2 from a stable that's come to great form too. Felisandi and Crowley's riding that. Then the number 8 horse Majestic Palace for the Azzy Yard, and Craig Zaki trading at 17-2. Must have a claim, and 10-1 and better about the balance. For some, Confederate might be hard to beat here.
I do believe so, Clyde. My only concern is, from what we've heard, Turffontein has come off worse with all the rains we've recently had. They're the one training centre that's probably
hasn't as much work, yeah. Okay.
So that's my concern. He's a big, solid son of fire away. If he has missed some work, which I don't know, he might just be found wanting in the latter stages. If he's 100% fit and well, or close to that, I think he will take all the beating, because his 2 runs since being gelded have been crackers. Wasn't expected to win in his penultimate start. Despite that, got the job done. Then last time out, he beat a very, very nice horse. I mean, Counting Victor's won 3 from 4.
You mean he was runner-up to the counting? You mean he was
He found Counting Victor too good, but Counting Victor's won 3 from 4. So he wasn't disgraced whatsoever. He even picked up a slight penalty for that.
So your reservation is worrying he might not be 100%
yes,
ready. Okay.
If he's missed any work, I just think he needs work. That's the way I see him.
Right.
So I backed him up with a horse that runs hot and cold himself, and that's number 8, Majestic Palace. On his day, if he's allowed to get the fractions right up front, he can pull it off. Last time out, he was returning from a rest. That was a very competitive lineup, Clyde. I don't know if you recall, in that race was Bacchus, who Fabian Habib trained.
Yes.
And also Wild Intent, who's going down, I think, for the politician of the weekend to Kenilworth. Zaki reunites with Majestic Palace. Now you can see he's sat aboard him on 4 occasions. He's won twice. If he's allowed to get it easy up front, I wouldn't be surprised to see him give the favourite a run for his money. But I do believe Confederate's got the most ability in this lineup. I just hope that he hasn't missed any work.
Okay, I like the Bacchus factor that you made reference to. 5 and 8, by 3 and 9, by 2 and 3 in this pick 3. All right, we're back now and take a look at the penultimate race of the afternoon, where Warning Sound is going to be all the rage. And this horse picked it up last time about 400-500 meters out, as early as that, and then was just guided away from the field in the closing stages. He did seem to have their measure, and does appear to be a very nice horse from what I'm seeing here too. In terms of the market, to give you an idea as to where we are with this particular event, from WSB, they've got Warning Sound as the 5-2 favourite. Number 3, Queen of Love, is the 6-1 second favourite, together with the 5 Two-Step Queen, who's trading at 6-1. And you've got the 10 Tuscan Star, who's at 7-1. It is 8-1 and better about the others. You impressed with Warning Sound's last?
I was very impressed with her win. Last time out, Clyde, she came out better. Unlike her penultimate start, where she came out sluggishly, she showed a lot more interest in the early stages, and she ran away from them. Obviously, Striker rode her to victory last time out, and he can't make the weight this time around.
Yeah.
So, do you recall her dam? She was all over a winner in the Oaks, and I think it was Pine Princess who came out and got the better of her in the dying stages. No, it was... I think Main Chance.
Main Chance, okay.
So she, of no doubts, is going to love the step up in trip, and she could be way, way better than her mark. Just by now, we know the form line has already been Frank Clyde with give me his passion, winning. But by now, maybe, just maybe, the winner of one of the earlier races, Cherry O Baby, has franked it too. But just looking at the market, she's making her handicap debut, and there's a few hard-knocking fillies in here. I think all the value. I don't know if we need to
talk about value. Yes, talk about value. Bring it up.
Value?
Bring it up.
All the
but
value.
Don't give us 20%. Give us where's the value?
Lies with Queen of Love in Striker straight on.
6-1.
I can't believe she's 6-1, Clyde.
12-10 a place.
No, don't worry about places. I just wish I was on course. I could have a chat to Casey and get the green light, because Striker,
she's very good, Casey. We spoke to her
you
a
have
lot
to
before.
watch how Striker rode this filly when she was returning from a layoff. Took her to the front. They swallowed
Which
her
race
up.
are you referring to? When she took her to the
When she
front?
won beating Say It Loud. Watch that race. He took her to the front. They swallowed her up. It looked like she was going to run closer to last.
Yeah.
And then he came back with his second breath, and it was probably the ride of the month. But now, since then, okay, she was outclassed. And then, penultimate start behind Blue Horizon. If you watch that race carefully, she was rattling home and rallying very late. That was over 1400. Last time out, she fluffed it at the start. If she breaks well...
Is that what happened to her? I was going to say,
yes.
Explain her last run.
She fluffed
it. Because her last run was dismal.
Yeah.
And the form hasn't worked out.
Striker's going to try his utmost to get her on the front foot early.
Okay.
If she's in contention, she will give this favourite a run for money, and I suggest the bet's at 6-1.
6-1. So you want her to jump well. That's the most important thing for Queen of Love. Daryl looking to run the favourite over. That horse Warning Sound with his horse Queen of Love. He's going the doubles 3 and 9 by 2 and 3. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Let's take into action now the last race out at Turffontein. We're recording this Wednesday morning, and the latest in terms of the betting, this horse number 6, DJ Junior, is priced up at 7-2. 7 Copper Mist joint 7-2. Then you can get 15-4 about the 3 Willow Express. 4-1 about 4 Do With Diamonds. Could be a tricky race, but the Shrewdy we found here is number 2, 2 Miles West, who's trading at around 13-2. And then you can get 7 or 8-1 better about the balance. I'm going to join Daryl in just a moment. We have got a rerun we pulled out for you with regards to 2 Miles West, and we're going to take a look at the last time this horse was at Turffontein, or in the area anyway, and you'll see this in action. It comes up extreme outside in the picture and seems to go through with it, Daryl.
Yeah, he's a lovely sort, Clyde. Unfortunately, the race meeting he was meant to contest out at the Vaal was recently abandoned, so he's racing fit. You can see right down towards the inside is Copper Mist in the blue, the light blue, and he faces him at Turffontein on Thursday, better off at the weights. But what I do want to touch on, since that race, Copper Mist has been off the track, and Turffontein have missed some work.
Yeah.
The same can be said with DJ Junior. He's been off the track for quite some time, also trained out of Turffontein. So I'm not too sure how race ready DJ Junior and Copper Mist are going to be. It's going to be interesting. My punt over here is 2 Miles West, currently 13-2. I think that represents a lot of value. I expect him to harden in the market. Last time out, he wasn't fortunate enough in getting close to the pace. In his penultimate start, we've seen that form line being franked. And I expect Craig Jackie from Storgate number 1 to bounce him and make use of him. I like him when he's up handy, if not in the lead. He has won from start to finish in the past. The danger I make is Willow Express. Now, he's the 7-year-old. He's
also out of Randjesfontein, huh?
He's also trained out of Randjesfontein,
Yeah.
but you need to take note that Striker's only sat on him twice in the past. He's won on both of those occasions. I mean, this is a horse that's had 61 starts, Clyde.
Yeah.
Striker sat on his back twice, and he's won on both of those occasions. They reunite together. He's got racing fitness on his side, but obviously 2 Miles West is a more lightly raced individual and has got more scope for improvement. I believe he's better than his current rating. I expect numbers 2 and 3 to fight it out. Preference for 2 Miles West.
All right, all the values with 2 Miles West in the 8th race, the last here at Turffontein.